Welcome to the Wilson School District's new Family Access Information Update portal. When you log into Family Access using the username and password provided by the school district, you're going to see a new field along the left-hand side that's entitled Update Family Information. When you click on that field, you will notice that all of your children will pop up. All you need to do is click on the first child that you would like to update. For the first child, you'll see that it changes and it says Belinda Bulldog. I need to just simply read this to make sure that I understand the directions. You'll also notice that all of our steps to complete this portion of our portal are along the right-hand side. I've read this information and I'm ready to proceed, so I'm going to click Next. Once I click Next, the first step is just to simply verify my student information. All that I'm doing here is simply verifying that the information is accurate. There is no white fields here. All of them are marked in gray, so I cannot update them. If for any reason there would be a discrepancy here, I would need to contact my child's building office to discuss. So for example, if the birthday was incorrect, I should call my child's office to make sure that I update that information. When I'm done with step 1A, I click right here, complete step 1A only. When I do that, I'll notice that there's a little tiny green checkbox on the right-hand side that marks that it's been completed. Then I should click on Next Step. It'll then load the next step, which will again just be asking me to verify the student information. I'm just simply making sure that my address is correct. I'm going to then click on Complete Step 1. Now I see a green arrow next to Step 1B. Then I'll click on Next Step. This time, I'll see that there's actually pieces that are in white. As for example, the employer. If this was incorrect, I could change this to East Bend School District. I could also change my home email, my primary phone number, as well as my cell phone and or my work phone. These items are important as these are the phone numbers that are called when there's any type of communication going home from the building office. When this is completed, simply click Complete Step 1C. Now, emergency contacts is a very important field for our schools so that we can get a hold of you whenever we need to. So in order to get to the emergency contact, again, I notice that it's not checked in green. I must click on Next Step, and here it is. I notice that for Belinda, there are no emergency contacts entered. If there were emergency contacts, they would show up right in this area. So I'm just simply going to click Add Emergency Contact. I will add in here Test. And I will enter in a phone number. No other fields are required. If you would want to add them here, you could. For example, the pickup. Will this person be allowed to pick your child up from school? Yes or no. That is an important field for some elementary schools, so you want to make sure that if this person is not allowed to pick up your child, that it's reflected here as a no. I'm going to hit Save. And then if I wanted to add additional emergency contacts, I would do that here. So this would be Test 2. Yes, they're allowed to pick up my child, and say Save. It's important to note here that this emergency contact information is tied directly to the child, Belinda, not the family. We understand and recognize that a lot of our families have different family situations, so we made sure that our emergency contact information only followed the student, not the family. So again, I have this all done. I've entered two different people that I want to contact, and then I can click Complete Step 1 and hit Next Step. The next step is a medical information form. This form is very important for our school nurses. Every single year, you will have to go through this form and enter the family information pertaining to this child, Belinda. So family physician, the dentist, any specialist that your child may have, the medical insurance carrier, the policy number, and so forth and so on. There's also a section here where you can give the nurses permission to give your child different types of generally prescribed medicine that they can use throughout the school day to help your child. There's also a spot below where you can identify the child's medical history, as well as any other pieces that you may need to notify the nurse of. When you're done with that, you just simply click complete step 2. You'll notice now that there's a green check mark and you'll be able to review your information. I'm going to hit next step one more time. And now I'm going to verify the information that I've entered. If all of that is correct and I've done everything that I was supposed to do, all of these pieces on the right-hand side should be marked with green arrows, and you can simply click Submit Update Family Information. For some schools, we may have additional steps. For example, signing off on a handbook or signing off on an acceptable use policy. Those will just be identified with the numeric numbers 4, 5, or 6. You want to make sure that all of the steps on the right-hand side are marked with a green arrow or a green checkbox. Then we can click Submit Family Information. The final step says the update family information was successfully completed and submitted. When that is completely done, you can just simply go back to the home screen or back to your other children if you have additional children and do the same update for each one of those children that you have. Again, we are doing this in order to be responsive to parent concerns and questions that we had to streamline our emergency contact and family information collection process. This has eliminated all of the paperwork that we've sent home throughout the summer and will allow us to keep an accurate database of all the information that we have for our families throughout the school year. Thank you for filling out this form, and if you have any questions, please contact your building office. Have a great day.